up, guy and girl players of WoW? Taro here, bringing you an Herbalism 1 to 600 leveling guide, and for more free WoW guides, check out my website at tarowowguides.com. In this video, I'm going to show you how to level Herbalism to 600 fast and easy. A good profession to level and farm with Herbalism is mining, and some good professions to go with Herbalism are alchemy and inscription. You can check my website for guides on those professions as well. Before you get started, you'll want to download the add-ons Routes and Gathermate or something similar from curse.com, WoW Interface, or wherever you get your add-ons from. Next, get 1 or 2 herb bags if you plan to herb a lot when you hit 600. If you don't have the extra gold, just go with your normal bags, but make sure they're empty. After that, ask a guard where the Herbalism trainer is, go there and learn Apprentice Herbalism. Also, make sure that you buy a Herbalist Spade from the trade supplies vendor next to the trainer. It gives you plus 10 to Herbalism, and it's essential for following my guide. You can also use a gnomish army knife instead, which an engineer can make, or you could just buy it on the auction house. Next, make sure you are tracking herbs by checking the box in the magnifying glass on your mini-map. Lastly, be prepared, have some food, water, blare some music, and have fun. Alright, you can finally start herbing your way to 600. You can level in any starter zone, but I'll be showing Tirisful Glades. Throughout the video, you'll have zone choices, and I'll put all the maps, including alliance maps, on my website at tarowowguides.com for easy viewing, or use my custom routes for the routes add-on. I'll add a link in the info. In Tirisful Glades, just follow the route clockwise around. It's helpful to have auto loot on if you don't already by pressing escape and selecting interface. Then under controls, check the box next to auto loot. Keep picking flowers until you hit skill level 60 or so. It should only take a lap and a half, and then you can fly over to Brill where you can learn Journeyman Herbalist. Next, go over to Hillsbrad and start on the route I have laid out on the map. You're going to follow it clockwise around, staying on the outer route until you reach skill level 125, right around when you complete your first lap. Then you can fly into the center and herb up the frozen herbs scattered throughout. It shows 400 skill in the tooltip, but you can just ignore that. After you have the center picked to empty, go back to the outer route and loop around it, repeating the route. Once you hit skill level 150, head to the closest trainer, which will be in Terran Mill for Horde, or the Wetlands for Alliance. Once there, learn Expert Herbalist. Next, fly over to Western Plaguelands and follow the route on the screen. At first, you'll mostly see Life Root and Strangle Kelp along the water. I wouldn't bother with the Strangle Kelp. You also can't pick the Blind Weed, but there's only a few on the west side section of water. Just skip them and keep farming your way around the route clockwise. Don't be afraid to go a bit from the route towards the center into the fields and open area. You can find a lot of herbs here, but the ones in the fields do have some phasing issues. Keep picking herbs here until you reach skill level 225, which will probably take 2 to 2.5 laps or so. Then hearth back to town and learn Artisan Herbalist from the trainer. From here, we'll go to Thousand Needles. It's a bit of a flight and a great time to take a break. Now go get some cookies or something. Okay, break's over. Step away from the milk and put down the cookies, and in Thousand Needles, start on the route and go counterclockwise. There's tons of sungrass, and you'll even find some life root in the beginning down in this little area. This route is real simple, and you should only need 1 lap or so to hit skill level 275. At 275, hearth back to Org or Stormwind, train Master Herbalist, and take the portal to Mount Hyjal. Then fly over and down into Winterspring, or Fall, whichever floats your boat. In Winterspring, fly counterclockwise around my route until you hit skill level 290 or more. This will probably only take a half a lap or less. You can also stay here for more skill points and skip the next few Burning Crusade zones completely. I want to show you Hellsfire though, so we'll head back to Org and take the portal to Blasted Lands and fly through the Dark Portal. Just as a warning, watch out when you zone into the Blasted Lands. It's a common place for enemy players to camp and gank you while you're loading and completely defenseless, as you can see from all the skeletons scattered about. Pansy asses are just upset after getting schooled in an RBG. I kid. Alright, so once you're in Hellfire, fly clockwise along the south half of the route, picking all the herbs along the way. Most of it will be fell weed, but you'll also get some classic wild herbs. Keep on this route flying west along the way into Zangra Marsh. You only need 315 to go into Zangra Marsh. Inside Zanga, follow along the route just like you did in Hellspire by going clockwise west through the zone and loop back around. It shouldn't take long at all to reach 350 in Herbalism. At 350, hearth back to town and train Grandmaster Herbalist. Then take the Zepp or boat to Howling Forge. For Horde, you'll want to take a Zepp to Tearsful Glades and a Zepp from there to Northrend. You can also train in Howling Forge like I do here. Howling Forge has a semi-long route, and you won't be able to pick the Tiger Lily until you have at least 365 in Herbalism. Just stay in the green areas and don't go near the waterways until then. I actually prefer Boring Tundra a bit more and have a route for that on my website, but if you've decided on Howling Forge, fly around my route until you hit skill level 390, which should take a few laps in maybe 20-25 minutes or so. While you level Herbalism, you can also get some other achievements out of the way, like exploring each zone if you haven't done so already. Next, fly over to Skullzar Basin. I like to take the flight path to Wintergrasp's Edge, but you can fly directly into SB if you want. The route I have is very easy to follow and won't take you long at all to get to 425, especially since you'll find herbs very condensedly packed all over the zone. Definitely a great place for lower level herbs. Expect to spend less than 10 minutes here or about a half a lap or so to reach 425. After you hit 425, hearth back to Org or Stormwind, see the Herbalism trainer, and learn Illustrious Grandmaster Herbalist. Now that you've made it to 425 and have trained, head to Mount Hyjal. Just use the portal in Org or Stormwind like you did before. Once in Mount Hyjal, follow the route I have up on the map. This is where Herbalism gets to be pretty easy for leveling. There are so many herbs and things just seem to flow a lot better than previous zones. After about one lap in maybe 12 minutes or so, you should have 465 skill level and can take the portal or hearth back to your main town. Next we'll be hitting up Deepholm. This is a really easy area to farm in and even has the bonus possibility of finding the rare elite Drake, Anax, who can drop the phosphorescent Drake. That's pretty cool, but it is a bit unlikely since it's still massively camped. You never know though. I found my lost Proto Drake just doing a JC daily back in Wrath that took only a few minutes. In Deepholm, you'll be on my route for about one lap or until you reach skill level 500. It shouldn't take very long at all. After you hit 500, take the portal or hearth back to Org or Stormwind. You can train there or train when you take the portal to Pandaria's Jade Forest. In the Jade Forest, we'll be using my top route that you see on the map, but Alliance can use the bottom route if you're starting off in Paulden Village. Anyone going from Dawn's Blossom can pick either. We'll be going clockwise, farming green tea leaf to start and avoiding water areas until 5:15 since we can't pick Rain Poppy until then. My top route has the Windward Isle as part of the route, but it's one area that you'll have to avoid completely since you can't pick most of the herbs until higher levels. Not a big deal, and we just connect the route to bypass it. Make sure throughout leveling you take breaks now and then and talk to friends, blare music, or zone out watching TV. Having fun should be top priority while doing anything in a video game, but getting to the fun might take some boring tasks that need IRL tools to become more enjoyable. After looping around 1.5 times, you should have at least 545 or so in Herbalism. You only need at least 535 to go to the next zone, but I like to have a little bit of a cushion, and it's really easy to pick herbs in the Jade Forest. Once you have at least 535 in herbs, cross over into Valley of the Four Winds and travel along the river. Being a druid, you might have noticed that it's pretty hacks, since I don't have to get out of flight form to loot. Mobs attacking me also don't slow me down because of the Tauren racial picking herbs. I can simply loot the node fast enough and get out of there. It's also nice to not have to worry about other 90s, either my own faction or the enemies. This makes a Tauren druid the ultimate herbalist. If you're not a druid and have to dismount, make sure you loot the herb before bothering with a mob or enemy player, even if that means CCing them. That way, even if you get owned or are preoccupied with a mob, no one can steal your herbs. Some other good classes for gathering professions are paladins and death knights, as well as other classes for many different reasons like vanish from a rogue or feign death from a hunter. A bonus to picking herbs here in Valley of the Four Winds in this Heartland area is the tiller items you can get to gain rep with each of the individual tillers. Here's a video to give you some tips about that. In this zone, we mostly will be getting silkweed and green tea leaf with the occasional golden lotus spawn. This whole Heartland area makes leveling or farming here pretty awesome. Near the vermin sections though, aggro can be a bit annoying if you aren't a druid, so you might want to avoid any herbs close to them. Once you have at least 565 skill level, head up 2 zones into Kunlai Summit. You could of course stay in Valley of the Four Winds longer if you want. After you get into Kunlai Summit, head west until you reach the mountains. Here, start picking Snow Lily, and don't worry about the berries if they show up on your map. Super annoying, I know, but it's just a small section that you have to deal with these in. You also might notice that my bags are way overpacked. I was trying to see if I could level to 600 without emptying them. It's getting close, and if you want to avoid this, just send everything off to an alt after yours get close to full and you pass through a town. Another achievement aside from exploration that you can do is the several different achievements for finding treasures scattered about in Pandaria. Some of the treasures can even drop a good amount of gold, rare items, or BOAs. I use the Finders and Riches add-on, and you've probably noticed it also marks my map with green dots, which I got from combining it with TomTom add-on. Alright, so after a little over 3 hours, mad grats to everyone who's followed along or will. The last thing we need to do is list everything on the auction house, which is definitely my favorite part. I use the Auctionator add-on for this and list everything up for 12 hours in full stacks while undercutting any competition. Here's a link to the Auctionator add-on tutorial if you want to use it for gold making with any items. In 2 days, most everything sold except for some of the herbs and internals. Leveling totaled up to 2,264 gold, which is pretty weak gold-wise for the 3 hours it took, but still pretty reasonable since lower level herbs have average prices across the board. Well, that's it, and grats again on 600 in Herbalism. Herbalism is also pretty crazy for making gold at the top levels, and if you want to see the best gold making routes for each zone, check out the different zone videos I've linked on the screen as they're released following this video. Thanks for watching, and for more profession leveling and gold making guides, please subscribe, visit TaraWildGuides.com, and share this video. Now go pick some flowers or something. Damn hippies.